maybe publishers should go back to being publishers again. Hi, I'm Jarv, and this is E+ Content Drops. Feel free to follow and disagree with me in the comment down below. Now, as I awakened this morning, I got out of bed, which is basically just a blanket on the ground, which is, by the way, good for your back, peasants. I started wrapping a black shirt around my foot. I started thinking, what if the AAA publishers went back to being publishers again? Instead of Sony, EA, Microsoft, and the big money behind Mixtape, making in-house games that flop like Concord, Concord 2, Concord 3, Marathon Cord 4, and the new upcoming Concord 5, Horizon Gay. Trusting hundreds of millions to their in-house devs, if not thousands of millions, some say billions! Buying up woke devs and making games for the modern audience members who don't even play their games, or any games. Maybe they could go back to do what they did best. Publishing games of base devs. Like in the golden age of the Xbox 360. It seemed to work back then. But somewhere along the way, Sony, Microsoft, and all these big AAA publishers wanted the in-house. You know, they wanted to just make in-house games, and they wanted them to be arena or MMO or looter shooter, MMO light, whatever, like big games that everyone plays and makes billions of dollars. And they kind of lost sight of what made them big in the first place. What made them rich in the first place. They could go and publish games for the makers of like Baldur's Gate 3, Conan Exiles, Banana Clicker, Crimson Desert. Or maybe they could throw some money at, indie game studios, and then they could, wink wink, buy them out later. Not me. I think most indie devs are done with that system. We've got systems in place now for indie devs to publish themselves, and it works pretty good. But the problem is, and here's the real problem, there's still a disparity, because there's plenty of indie devs out there that can't get their funding, and there's plenty of AAA publishers out there that keep creating woke flops. And listen, you can pump your ideology in your games, or you can sell a product. Sometimes you can do both, but only if the ideology is something that people can get behind. And you can't force them to get behind your ideology. Just make good games. Publish good games. Maybe they could learn from these lessons, these $250 million lessons, these $750 million lessons, buying Bungie and then losing $750 million with Bungie's newest game. Oh, we overestimated the price of Bungie. Turns out they're not worth $3 billion. Yeah, no, they're not. This is what they keep doing over and over and over again. They keep buying woke devs and then trying to get that unicorn in-house. Sony's the worst. They keep doing this. Concord 1, Concord 2, Concord 3, Marathon Cord 4. I mean, even the upcoming Concord 5. Horizon Gay. Did I say that already? They keep doing this. But they keep hitting a rock wall called people don't want your fucking woke games, dude. They don't want your microslop games. Listen, if you have an ideology you want to push, make sure it's an ideology people actually want to get behind, and then just nudge it in. Don't preach to everyone. Preaching to people just doesn't work. People don't want to be preached at. Here's the thing. Here at E+ Games, we're actually trying to crowdfund a whole new type of MMO. Something that's actually kind of outside of the box. An MMO with the size and scale of an MMO, but with a budget much smaller than an MMO. Using advances in technology and new strategies, our goal is to make the first majorly successful, crowdfunded indie MMO. Not an arena, not a shooter that's like, or a theme park MMO, but just a game that focuses on exploration, player engagement, cooperation, and fun. That's it, like exploration, cooperation, and fun. And it's called Beyond the Light, Exohuman Awakening. And Beyond the Light, Exohuman Awakening You can check out that in the link below, and also us over on Rumble, because content drops on Rumble is better and based and not as censored as on YouTube. But here's the thing. Our upcoming open world sci-fi MMORPG TPS is set on a big alien world where players can explore and settle. And this is a project made by gamers for gamers. This is an open world where you can colonize. Yes, colonize. Oh, you're colonized as we. Yes, colonize. And it's like a really big project. We've got multiple ways of funding the project. So it's not just about the crowdfunder. It's not just about our first wave seed funding, which is already secured. Not very big, not big enough to finish the game, but we've started on the project, and we've already begun designing the game, and we just need to spread the word about this project. And you can find out more about it and EXOHUMANISM in the links below, and make sure you go subscribe or follow us on Rumble, because YouTube loves to delete our stuff, and it's just, they're lame, they're gay, what do you expect? So, in summary, we don't need publishers. But you think eventually they'd learn from their lessons, and they don't seem to be doing that. So click on the link below, tell me what you think in a comment. And as always, be blessed, be human. It's EXOHUMANISM, baby. I literally have to keep this pose, because I can't edit this, because it's not in the budget.
To learn to see the future, you must first look beyond the light. Go now and awaken the others.
Rise now, human!
Under the wire, under fading, leading the blood back to the street. Don't blink, waiting for the rain, sinking, sinking.
Okay, J-Job, I will.